All right, Caleb, so kind of walk me through spring for you so far and some of the things that you've kind of seen that you've gotten better at overall.
Well, spring's been good. Right now I'm just working on the little things, working on my technique, my breaks out of in coverage, my footwork in the run. So I've been doing good, pretty good this spring.
What's been your relationship continuing to build like with AJ Cooper and just, how Coach Cooper has been treating you guys and just overall, like what are the benefits that he's brought to the table now that you guys have over a year with him now?
The thing I like about him, you could tell he loves football and he's a football guy. Like there's some guys who just like football, they eat, sleep, breathe, and he's one of those guys. So it's always like football with him. He's always pushing us to be our best. Sometimes, it's the little things that you really need to get good on. He's always focusing on that. You can never really be perfect, and that's what I like the most about him. So it's always something he's telling me to do, something I'm doing wrong, and that's something I can get better off of.
I was talking to Keyshawn a little bit, and he used the word intensity with Coach Cooper. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. He's intense for sure.
Gotcha. What has been the competitiveness been like for you guys against the offense? Even talking about like those main events that you guys do during practice, how do you guys come in to practice every day just ready to compete?
It's been good, I think competing is the best way to get good, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like right now we're doing a good job. Sometimes our offense will get us, sometimes we'll get them, and that's what you really want in a football team. So I feel like us competing, and sometimes we'll chirp in the locker room a little bit, but it's all love, and that's really what gets us better, so I love it.
You guys had a couple interceptions today. How do you guys think you guys are jiving as a defense collectively and taking the next step?
We need to get more turnovers. Yeah, we had a couple today, but I really think that we can get a lot more. We can get our hands around a lot more balls, and we can do a lot more things on defense to create turnovers.
Last year, turnovers was a big point of emphasis for defensive coordinator Coach Ward. Has he continued to kind of preach that, and is that what he's looking for still?
Yeah, that's the main thing he's looking for, turnovers and how we can get the ball back to the offense, to give them more chances to score, more opportunities to score.
As a linebacking group, you guys are relatively deep and a lot deeper than you guys were last year, as you can probably attest to. What has it been like to have those extra players on defense, and how are you feeling about just kind of your guys' group as a brotherhood?
It's great. It creates competition and it pushes each other to get better. I feel like the best groups are often getting better, pushing each other. You can't come out here and just relax because you got another guy just as good, ready to work. So it keeps the competition going.
What has been the relationship like with you guys in the defensive line and defensive front? You guys obviously are a very high-pressure defense. So what has been the relationship like in Coach Ward's defense as you guys are constantly communicating and calling your blitzes and stuff like that?
It's been good. Really with the D-line, if you're a linebacker, you got to love the D-line. They keep the line off of us. They keep us healthy. So, you know what I'm saying? I love the D-line. And with the back end, we got to communicate whether it's blitzing, whether it's in coverage. So I feel like we as a group, we're molding together, learning how to communicate better. We still need to get better at that, but that's what spring's for. We're going to keep communicating, keep getting better with our verbiage, and I like it.
You guys have done a lot of work in 7-on-7 this spring, and rightfully so, but what has it been like in terms of just having to drop back in coverage, and how is that kind of affect, like how is that portion of your game improved or something that you need to work on in terms of just getting back?
Yeah, it's because it's like playing in the past, sometimes it can be a little hard because you got to, set up on the quarterback or, look at certain different things. But I feel like 7-on-7 is a good way to learn how to get in and out of your breaks, learn how to play with different coverages and things like that, and also communicate with the back end. Because, when a lot of things are going on when you have a front and you have a back end, sometimes you don't get to communicate as well with the back end. So 7-on-7 allows us to communicate with the back end just as well.